बीते हफ्ते असी सरी पुलिस सर्विस तक पहुँच की सी ते एक मामले बारे जानकारी हासिल करने की कोशिश की सी जिथे एक बजुर्ग दे नाल पहलां कुੱਟਮਾर हुई तो उस तो बाद एक लड़के दे नाल जो कि इस कथित कुੱਟਮਾਰ दा दोषी मन्निया जा रहा सीगा उस दे घरे जाके उस तो माफ़ी मंगवाई गई। हुण इस पूरे मामले दे विच सरी पुलिस सर्विस कोल एक होर वीडियो पहुंचा है जिथे तकरीबन 4-4.5 मिनट के इस वीडियो दे विच उस लड़के दे घरे पहुँच के उस नाल माफ़ी मंगवाउण तो लैके उस दे नाल किसी किस्म की कुੱਟਮਾਰ तो लैके कई किस्म दीयां जिहड़ियां घटनावां वो सामने आउण दी गलबात आखी जा रही है। असीं खुद भी वो वीडियो जिहड़ा हैगा वो देखिया हैगा। इस पूरे मामले दे विच हुण पुलिस कोले की जानकारी है, की कीता जा रहा, इन्वैस्टिगेशन कित्थे पहुंची भी है, इन्वैस्टिगेशन हो भी रही है या नहीं, क्योंकि तुहानूं याद दिवा दईए बीते हफ्ते जदों असीं इस बारे गलबात कीती सी उस वेले सरी पुलिस सर्विस का कहना सी कि इस मामले दे विच उन्हां कोल कोई जानकारी नहीं पहुंचाई गई है। सो की हुण वो जानकारी इन्हां दे कोल है ते की कोई इन्वैस्टिगेशन की जा रही है, जानण दे लई गलबात दे लई साडे नाल सरी पुलिस सर्विस तो सार्जेंट एली गेलस मौजूद हैगे। सार्जेंट गेलस, we had this discussion last week about the incident where the elderly person was bear sprayed or pepper sprayed, and then after that the boy who was allegedly the culprit of this whole incident was asked to apologize on camera. Is the matter being investigated now by Surrey Police Service?
Yes, it is. We have 2 or 3 investigations related to this overall situation. And the assault of the 2 elderly males at Newton Park on June the 3rd. We've identified the suspects. We have also spoken and identified both victims, and the investigation is ongoing. In terms of the video where the child was observed to be being assaulted by an adult, we are investigating that as well.
So when you said both victims, who are the 2 victims that you consider as the victims in this whole scenario?
Yeah, so the 2 victims, based on the video that we discussed last week and that's circulating, there were 2 unidentified at the time elderly victims. One was bear maced and the other one had a jacket with a hard item in one of the pockets swung at him, and I believe a bike was also attempted to be stolen. So we've spoken with both those victims that were in the video, identified them, and working cooperatively with them and the, suspects in that situation.
In this whole scenario, is the boy who originally seems that the whole incident happened because of him, that he's the one who's trying to pepper spray this elderly man, is he being considered as a victim now as well, or is he being considered the culprit?
Yeah, because we have 2 separate files going. So in the assault on the elderly folks at Newton Park on June 3rd, he's being considered as a suspect in that incident. The new video that we brought to light yesterday, he of course would be considered a victim in, we're still doing our investigation, but by all accounts, he is being assaulted by an adult male in those videos. So we have done an extensive investigation and continue to do that to ensure the well-being of that youth suspect.
The boy in question here, is he a minor?
Yes, all of the suspects are minors.
So considering they're all minors and considering there are videos being circulated on social media or on platforms like WhatsApp or other platforms, would you like to appeal to the public to not circulate those videos, and if they have any question about the videos, rather reach out to SPS?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime an incident occurs, especially on, private property, you ideally are not taking videos of either victims or suspects without their permission. Obviously, evidence of a crime is super helpful, but if you're not calling 911 instead of videoing what's happening, that's a problem. So we ask that folks who are seeing things happen out in their community, we understand there's frustration and concern when these events are happening, but it's not for you to be going to these alleged suspects' homes and trying to get redemption, you want to be calling 911 or non-emerge and let us handle that side.
Considering this other video that came to light now, there seems like 5-6 men who all, just from the look of it, seem like they're adults. Are they going to be investigated in this situation as well, or no?
At this time, we're looking at all avenues, and we are considering that, and that is definitely part of the investigation. As you and I have discussed, there's lots of moving parts, and this has been over the course of 7 or 8 days. What I can say is our youth officer is heavily involved, having conversations with the schools that these youth go to, and while the end result may not be criminal charges, there are other avenues through the youth justice system that can be used and allow for the individuals who've committed some of these crimes to learn and from their mistakes, and both sides feel like there's been a resolution.
Are there steps being taken to ensure the safety of the minor in this whole scenario, because his identity has been revealed and it seems like his safety might be in question?
Absolutely. I won't get into details, but whenever we have cases where a child is involved, we loop in our Ministry of Child, Family and Development, and we have 2 parallel investigations that are going along each side. So MCFD always has a robust safety plan in place. They've been made aware, and we're ensuring that all measures that, based on the information we have, are put into place to ensure the safety of that youth and any other potential youth family involved.
One last question, Sergeant Gailus. Considering how this whole scenario has unfolded, is the matter being investigated only by SPS, or are there any other jurisdictional policing agencies involved in this as well?
Again, I don't want to compromise the investigation and give too many details that would put other people at a safety risk, but if there was reason to involve another agency or another jurisdiction, we would do that. We have communication methods that allow for messages to be sent to other provinces, other jurisdictions, to make sure that checks are done, and the same investigation that would be going on here at Surrey would be done wherever other individuals might be that are involved in a criminal investigation.
Sergeant Gailus, thank you for all the information and thank you for taking time.